Good morning to all. First of all, I would like short introduction about myself. This is Dr. Kumaresan, Department of Chemistry, SRM Madurai College for Engineering and Technology. Let us discuss about the topic is solid waste management. Before discussion of this topic, we just know about this some basic terminology about in these topics. So, what is waste? Waste is the outcome of any product or substance that is no use for further. I mean, there is no intended use for further. Any waste which is discarded by the users or consumers or public is called as the waste. That waste is maybe solid form or liquid form or gaseous form. Okay. So solid waste. Solid waste is any unwanted or discarded material including garbage and trash, papers, plastics, which is coming out from these domestic industries, medical. Then types of solid waste. One is a municipal solid waste. Is a short form is MSW. The abbreviation is municipal solid waste. The waste which is coming out from these homes, business and schools and hospitals is called as municipal solid waste. And hazardous waste. Actually, waste again classified into two types. One is a hazardous waste, another one is a non-hazardous waste. For example, for this hazardous waste is plastics, chemicals or the hazardous waste because it directly causes the impact in environment and human health. That is a hazardous waste. Non-hazardous waste is there is no impact in the environment and human health. That is a non-hazardous waste. For example, paper, which is easily biodegradable, and the plastics are non-biodegradable. Okay, so the waste that are toxic, flammable means easily burning, and corrosive or reactive, these are called as the hazardous waste. Biomedical waste, which is coming out from the medical industries and hospitals. Industrial waste created in factories and industries. Commercial waste, schools, colleges, offices, shops and colleges, these are produce this huge amount of commercial waste. In agriculture waste created in the agricultural operations. For example, once the cultivation is over, the paddy straw is completely burning, that it is to produce the air pollutions. Using the fertilizers, chemical fertilizers is to produce the water pollution, soil pollution. These all considered as the agricultural waste. And the solid waste management, the process of solid waste management containing three steps. One is collecting, treatment and disposing of solid waste. So this process include transportation, analysis and disposal. You just look at the diagrams, the different type of waste is showing in these slides. Okay, then this is the flow chart, how we are going to manage these solid waste. One is the waste generation from the different sources, maybe industry, hospital, school, colleges, domestics. Okay, then the waste is stored in the destination point, particular point, and here the waste is separated into two types. One is biodegradable waste, another one is non-biodegradable waste. Okay, then the waste, collected waste is goes to the recycling and processing process. We can recover the useful chemicals and we can recover the useful metal from the waste also. If we say, for example, this e-waste means the waste, electrical and electronic waste is discarded by the users or consumers is called as e-waste. Mobile phone, laptop, PC, personal computers, refrigerators and household articles, everything, even information ICT items, information and communication technologies items, everything is considered as the electronic waste. We can recover the useful chemical from the electronic waste is palladium, rhodium, platinum, copper, silver, gold. These are the materials are present in the electronic items. So if you recover this useful chemical, which is enhance this economical growth and also reduce the toxicity in environment, is protect the environment, also increasing the economic. Okay, so this is the processing and recovery, and the collection waste is also transport to the disposal operations. There are three types of disposal methods. One is composting. So composting is the organic waste is left in a pit to decompose, is converted into natural manner, fertilizers, and the resulting compost can be used for the plant fertilizers. Example, domestic waste, the waste vegetable materials, industrial waste. If it is a materials or biodegradable, we can use for the composting. Then recycling. The material like paper, glass, plastics, metal and some organic waste are separated, processed and reused. That's called as the recycling. Actually, for if you take the example for the e-waste, first one is waste generation, is called as a absolute waste. Okay, that's a waste material. The waste is maybe reused or stored, recycled or incinerations. Okay, so recycling is a very good option which is increasing the economical benefit and environmental benefit. So if the material which is coming out from these industries or houses or college, which is recycled into different products. And third one is incineration. Incineration is nothing but burning. So waste is burned to create the base components, gases and ash. The heat can be used in these generate energy, and some ash can be used in the farming. I mean, the definition is explanation about the incineration is burning. If you burning the any waste material, that is produce the enormous amount of heat energy. That heat energy is used for the production of electricity. Everybody know that heat is coming out from the incineration process is passed into the water. Water is converted into steam. If the steam is rotated the turbine blade, we are producing the electricity through the generator. Just the normal thermal power plant working principle. In thermal power plant, we are using the fossil fuel for producing heat. Here we are producing the heat from the burning, I mean incineration of this waste. Okay, so this waste is one side is waste is completely burning. I mean we are discarded, I mean remove the waste, and also the waste is converted into heat energy. Okay, the heat is again produced for so many other purpose, distributed electricity. That electricity is distributed in the different way. You know that's a law of conservation of affect our environment. So if we not properly dispose these waste, is created the environmental problems. This improper waste disposal leads to the pollution of air, soil pollution, water pollution, and it is impacting the health and also environment. So this is very important how we are going to handle the solid waste. One is land pollution. The impact of improper waste disposal is the land pollution. I mean soil pollution is there. Okay, so is reduced if you dumping the plastic waste or maybe toxic chemicals inside of the soil, that is changes the soil fertility. Soil fertility is changes. The soil is not used for this further agriculture. So that is one of the problem, improper waste disposal in land. Another one is a water problem. For example, the industry nowadays, most of the industries is the waste is simply they are discarded into the nearby water bodies. So it is changes the physical, chemical and biological nature of this water. Physical chemical alteration in the waters, their physical properties, chemical properties is completely changed. That is water is becomes to polluter. Another one is the air pollution. The air pollution is arises when greenhouse gases, you know, the chlorofluorocarbon, CFC, CO2, CO. These are the gases is produce is responsible for the global warming, ozone layer depletion. You know that. So air pollution is arises when greenhouse gases is accumulated in the atmosphere, leading to significant climate disturbance. Climate change should be occurs. Okay. So climate change, you know that the waste material release gases is a contribute the thickening of the ozone layers, and resulting it is extreme weather changes, and it is finally leads to the natural disasters and melting of polar ice caps, which is sea level is rises and low lying areas are completely immersed. So these are the reason for this improper waste disposal. This is a case study in especially it is a focus on the Madurai city. So per day totally 450 ton waste is solid waste is generated in Madurai city. So this is the data is collected from the municipal Madurai municipal, and 450 ton, 1 ton is equal to 1000 kgs. Just imagine that is a very huge amount in Madurai. is not the metropolitan city. You just compared with the metropolitan city is very very huge amount. Even Madurai is 450 ton per day means if you compare these Delhi, Mumbai and Chennai, metropolitan city is very huge. So we have to focus to protect our environment, to manage properly the solid waste. For example, in domestic per day 288 ton is produced, and commercially it is generated 108, and hospital and clinic 18 ton per day, and other means domestic and others, and totally 450 ton waste is created in a day. So it's a very huge amount. So this is a slightly higher when compared with the similar level of cities. Per capita generation of waste around 400 grams per day. So per capita, when compared with the metropolitan city, per capita means per person, per head, how much amount of waste is generated in a day. When compared with the other cities, Madurai is huge quantity of waste is generated. Okay, thank you.